Next up, we have David Lessard from Tecnar. And David is going to be talking to us about leveraging AI and machine learning for thermal and cold spray technologies. And David is a project and research manager at Tecnar. Thank you.
Thank you, Hassan, for the presentation. So, hello everyone. Today I'll be presenting the new product of Tecnar, the Accuraspray HUB. But first, let me introduce and present the Tecnar company. It is a family-based company based in Montreal. And as of this week, we are opening a new facility in Texas. And our company is composed of 4 product lines. So the main one is the spray sensors division, which I'll be slightly talking about later. We have the Accuraspray, the Accuraspray CS, the DPV, and the shot meters. They are the big products that we sell. On the other division, we have the automatic welder robot, the RotoWeld. We also have the laser ultrasonic, which is a non-contact and non-destructive method of testing. And lastly, we have LIBS, which is chemistry done by lasers for molten metal bath. So let's go back to the sensors. And why are they important for the cold spray industry? So basically, the cold spray, the sensor are your last line of defense before the material contacts your part. And so the sensor allows you to track exactly what's coming out of your nozzle, and this is the last time you can check for quality control. And so this is essential to have high quality coatings. And so here we see the Accuraspray CS. It is tracking key spray characteristics such as velocity, flow rate, and the stability of your process. And as shown in the presentation of last year with the Speed 3D, the Accuraspray CS can be used inline to track in real time the quality of your process. And so what are the current challenges that the cold spray industry is facing right now? So we know that this is a complex process, and that the understanding how each variables interact with one another is a very complex subject that everybody's trying to figure out with research and everything. And so people have equipped themselves with sensors, and they're trying to monitor as much as possible to get as much data as possible. But having those data coming from different sources can result in a very fragmented data set. And so people are also using those data with machine learning to try and solve those issues. And so at Tecnar, we saw that there was a need for a centralized and integrated platform to gather all of those data together in one place. And this is not new at Tecnar. In our other division, the RotoWeld division, we have developed the Pro Data Log software. This is a software that records every welding event. This is great to keep quality control of your process. And this software led to the birth of the Perfect Pass IQ, which is an automated welding intelligence. So in real time, your welding parameters are getting updated to ensure that you have an optimized welding every time. So at Tecnar, we wanted to take this expertise and bring it to the cold spray and thermal spray world by presenting the Accuraspray HUB. And so the Accuraspray HUB is an easy-to-use, standalone and centralized platform that was developed with a partner in the aerospace industry. And so all of the tests that we have done with them were in the thermal spray world, but they are also applicable for the cold spray world as well. And what it does is that it takes your every information and data from before, during, and after your spray, and it gathers it into one place. And so there you can monitor, analyze, and manage your data easily. And the goal of this is to help you to define your process windows, which means finding the optimal parameters to get the best coding every time. Also, the software is equipped so that you can integrate intelligence into it to have suggested adjustment, like which parameter should you change at that point to improve your coding quality. And this is the first step towards a fully automated spray operations. Also, I should note that this product is on-premise, which means it is offline. So you can be sure that your data is safe and secure and not open to every other company, so that you can keep your personal intellectual property. And so let's dig into how you would use the Accuraspray HUB. The first step is to collect the boot parameters. And so you would create what we call a recipe. So everything that you input into your system would be entered once. So you have your first recipe where everything is logged, every information that you would want to keep is there. And then later you'll be able to bind those recipes to the run that you used. And so the next step is to collect the data with your different sensors. What is a nice feature with the Accuraspray HUB is that if you are using an Accuraspray sensor, the data is automatically fed to the system. So this is great because it requires no manual intervention to import your data. So this is where you can have your plume characteristic, your acoustic signal, your substrate temperature and humidity level all recorded in one place. Next up, you would import your lab results. And so this is a fully customizable software. And so we can always customize the software so that they fit your files format and your specific needs. And so this is a universal solution. And here you can record the porosity, the position efficiency for a few examples. And speaking of lab results, at Tecnar, we offer the LUS Ultimate, which is a sensors that stands for, laser ultrasonic system. And so this was developed by Tecnar to inspect a large array of and to do non-destructive testing. And so this can allow you to detect things such as coating flaws, porosity, layer thickness, or bond integrity. So if you want more information about this sensor, you can come and see us at the booth right outside. And now coming back to the Accuraspray HUB, the last step that you would have to do is to bind your data together. So this is a very simple step. All you have to do is to take the job number from your lab result and tag it into your runs so that you can identify which run goes with which lab result, and simply identify the recipe name and the recipe that was used, so the boost parameter that were used for this specific run. And now all of your data are collected and archived and bonded together in one place. And so if you want to review your run, you can simply click on the orange button, the run detail, and this will open up your historical values. So here is some data from our partner that have been slightly modified to preserve confidentiality. But here we can see that we can track the velocity, the temperature in one place, and from this run we can see that data were pretty stable, so you can be satisfied with those results. Also, you can go into the lab result tab. So here you can review your lab results that you have imported to keep track of how that run went. Also, you can do the same thing and go back and look at the boost parameter in the recipe tab. And so now we've seen that you can import and review a single run, but a key feature of the Accuraspray HUB is that you can review your data over time. And so by looking at the velocity, for example, here our partner was able to track the velocity for a specific process. At first, we're looking at a week of data. We saw it was pretty stable. And actually, all of the data here presented were good coding. And so our partner knew that every velocity that appears here were a good velocity that would result in a good coding. But some things that the system allowed them to notice is that even though all of the velocities are good velocities, you can still extract some minor changes in the velocity over a year. So we see a slight decrease over time. And so this could be an indication that your equipment is wearing out, or maybe some other factor are affecting your coding. And even though it's not making a big impact now, it might be a leading indicator that some problem is about to happen. And so this was a very useful for him to a very easy way to keep track of your system health. Next up, you can gather data from all the boots that you own into one place. So this is a very centralized platform. So you can compare and ensure that you have same quality of codings in every part of your facility or in different facility across the world. And so with all those data, what this allows you to do is to take this data and do some statistical analysis to define your process windows and find those optimal parameters. So with our partner, we did a simple statistical analysis, just finding the average velocity that this particular process was having. And after that, we went through and evaluated the standard deviation to find the process window. This gave a confidence window where every time he had the velocities in that range, he could be sure that the results were good afterwards, that he would have good lab results associated with it. And so our partner repeated this process with all key parameters, such as velocity, temperature, plume width, etc. And over time, he was able to convince his client for whom he was doing those parts, and to show him that I don't need to do lab results every time. If I can just look at my sensors and I have a history that those data are trustworthy, we know that this is a good coding. I'm not going to waste my money doing some more coupons. And so the client accepted that by having a report of the sensor, he could reduce, he could accept this as a proof that the part was within spec. And so this ended up reducing by a four-time factor the amount of coupon that he was doing. And so this represented a huge cost gain for him, and also a huge gain in time and efficiency. Another feature that the Accuraspray HUB allows you to do is to do some cross-correlation analysis. And so here, what we have is the temperature represented in relation to the porosity. So you can compare your spray characteristic in relation to the lab results. And so in that particular case, our partner was able to see that there was no clear correlation between porosity and temperature. But he could conclude that by having the temperature of his spray between those min and max values, then the porosity would never go over the threshold that was 1% in that case. And so this gave him confidence that porosity was would always be under control if he was in that process window. But sometimes analyzing those variables is not as simple as just plotting two variables. We know that the world is much more complex than that. And so if you want to use some tools like machine learning to go deeper and to deeper analysis, the Accuraspray HUB is also equipped with some data management tool. So this is all to help you build a reliable data set. We have things such as filters to help you choose the a certain time slot that you want to analyze. We also have tags that you can manually input to create some subset of data that you want to analyze. You also have the ability to remove outliers easily, all within the Accuraspray HUB software. Also, another feature is that you can easily import your maintenance schedule into the Accuraspray HUB. And so with a simple click, you can update the status of your equipment. So all of these data are recorded into the Accuraspray HUB, and this allows you to find some lead indicator that your equipment is about to wear out or that your equipment was maybe changed too early. So this is a great way to optimize your equipment lifespan, because as we saw with our partner, sometimes he waited too long before changing his equipment. So this resulted in worse coding. But at some point, we also saw that there was no maintenance required, but he still changed it preemptively. So this results in wasted equipment that was thrown away while it was perfectly good to use for a couple of weeks, still for a couple of weeks. And so the Accura Hub is now available for purchase. It's a single buy to get the software, and it comes with 1 year of service package. This includes software deployment and configuration. Also comes with training and assistance for a whole year, and with updates throughout that first year. You can then buy a subscription to keep those updates if you want, but you can also stop to buy the subscription, and you'll keep the software as is on your local system. And so, in conclusion, just to wrap up what the Accuraspray Hub is, it is a way to bring the boots and sensors and your data scientists together. This is the bridge that can help them communicate together. And so the Accuraspray Hub is a standalone, integrated, and easy-to-use platform to help you boost your productivities and to allow you to find your optimal parameters. This represents the first step towards a fully automated boots and spray operations. So thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Any questions for David from the crowd? David, most of the data that you showed was for thermal spray, right?
Yes.
Correct. Do you have some case studies on cold spray as well?
As of right now, we don't.
Okay.
But we are fully open to a partnership with anybody that would like to share and try this new software.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, let's thank our presenter one more time. This will close our session. We have a short break, and we'll see you back here in 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you.